Hello guys, today's gonna be a video in the shop. I think every cyclist that likes bikes also likes bike tools. So I wanna share some interesting tools, not tools that you must have, but interesting tools and some that you might wanna have because they're pretty cool and useful for every cyclist that wants to work a little bit on their bikes or have an emergency, things like that. Today is a picture day at the shop. We're taking some pictures of some cool bikes. I'm here with Vidal, my friend, photographer.
Hey,
he takes the pictures for our Instagram and for everything that we do on our website. So if you see the pictures in our website, Instagram, he's responsible for it. He's very good. Look at this. We got this Conago C68 that we just built for a customer, and we're going to take a picture just before we deliver to the customer. We want to take some nice pictures for Instagram. If you want to check out these pictures, make sure to follow us on Instagram. So picture day today. So picture, I'm going to show you some tools. It's going to be a fun day. A new bike stand that I consider a tool, right? And this is one of the biggest upgrades we did in the shop, but I'll come back to this in a bit. Okay, so you have a couple bikes and you want to keep them up in shape. You want to work a little bit on them. Of course, you don't need all of these tools that we have in the shop here, but one tool that I think is very interesting for a lot of cyclists to have is this from Toe Peak. It's their mini Ratchet tool where you have a set of bits here, and these are easy to find anywhere if you have one specific size, but they have the basic size of almost every bike. And the cool thing is that you can have the bit here and it's magnetically and it's small, and it's easy, you know, to tighten that water bottle cage that's hard to go in. It's perfect. And then the other side is a ratchet. So very easy, very good to tighten stuff. And there's different sets, and they have a few of them that have like these torque wrenches that you can attach it to your ratchet and attach it to your tool, put the bit on it, and then you torque it to this one goes up to 6 Newton meters. That's usually, you know, a seat post is 4, 5, 6 Newton meters. There's some seat posts nowadays that are a little bit bulkier and they recommend up to 8 Newton meters, but most of them is around 5. So, you know, headset, your bar stem, you want to tighten it to 4 Newton meters, 5 Newton meters, depending. This is a very good tool to have. I'll leave some of these tools here in the description. A lot of these tools and things is what we have in the shop, and actually I do have in the shop things that I usually like, I would use or recommend to anyone. So it's what we usually carry on the shop. But maybe you're watching this and you're from another state or another country, and maybe you wanna buy these tools. I'll leave a link of what I can find of these online or on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. Now, a lot of tools that I have, and are very common, is in my saddlebag. So I do carry a saddlebag with my bike, usually for longer rides. And the Psychic Plus mini pump, I've shown this and I've done a specific video on this mini pump, but they came with a new one, the Ultra, that's even smaller and lighter. Let me remove it from the silicone cover. So this is the Ultra. Guys, it's 85 grams. I have the also previous version. I don't know if you can see here the difference, but this it's even smaller and lighter, and you still can fill up to 120 psi. And I fill up my used tubeless Maximum I go is like 70 PSI. I usually run 60 PSI, so I can easily fill up 3 tires with this mini pump, and it charges really quick. 25 minutes you have a full charge on this. And this other one, I have it for almost a year now. Works good, battery's good. You charge it, you know, once a month. Don't forget to charge it, or if you use it for charge it, super cool. This pump is really nice if you're traveling, like on the plane, because on the plane you're not allowed to bring those CO2 cartridges. It's prohibited. So this is a good option if you're traveling with your bike and you're gonna get a plane, take one of these, go out for a ride. If you use it, go back to the hotel, you can recharge it and you're good to go. TPU tubes, I know this is not a tool, but even if you run tubeless or you ride with regular tubes, the TPU tube is good to carry in your saddlebag because it's extremely light and small, so fits really well in your saddlebag, doesn't carry a lot of weight. So good to have inside your saddlebag. Now, a multi-tool is something every cyclist has, right? It's a basic thing. You just need to make sure you have the right size tools in there. You know, what size is your seat post, if you need to tighten it. Also to remove your axle, so you probably need a 6mm Allen wrench there in your multi-tool to be able to remove your axle from the bike, things like that. But I like this one from Lezyne, and they make different multi-tools. This one has like 13 different tools in it, has all sizes, and the cool thing, it has a chain cutter. So in case you're out there and one of your links bends or breaks and you need to remove that chain link and replace it with a master link, and so don't forget to carry the master link inside your saddlebag, it's a good tool to have. I've, be honest, never had to use one. I'm usually very careful with my chains and I don't let it wear out for too long. I'm constantly measuring to see if it's worn out, and then I replace it. So then it becomes very hard unless there is a defect or something happens that ends up damaging your chain. It's a good thing to carry on, so you're guaranteed you're not gonna have to call your wife in case your chain breaks and she has to pick you up, and you know, you don't wanna do that. So although this multi-tool is a little bulky, it's pretty light, not super heavy. And I like Lezyne. I think they do great stuff, great tools. Actually, my saddle bag is Lezyne, and it's a pretty small saddlebag. I thought many times of not carrying a saddlebag and putting my tools like using one of the water bottle cages, because I don't like how it looks on the bike, but it's essential. A couple times I did not ride with my saddlebag. I was feeling like something was missing with some tools and a tube and a little mini pump. And actually, one day I forgot to do we were in a group ride and I forgot to put my saddlebag on the saddle, and I had 2 flats. So you got to take your tools. Okay, this tool might be a little bit of an overkill for a home mechanic, but it's this little tiny adapter here from Abbey Tools. They make great tools. And this is for you to use on the headset, so you can use your hanger alignment to make sure your shifter hoods are aligned and angled perfectly. The left and right, they're not crooked. And it saves you a lot of time. I know this might be a little over, but if you're OCD like me, I love this little tool here. I'm gonna show how it works. By the way, I'm assembling, we ordered this Van Rysel for a customer. I'm not sure if you guys know, but we are a Van Rysel dealer, and I've been having more and more requests for these bikes. Van Rysel is owned by Decathlon, a French sports mega store in Europe. I don't know if they have any stores here in the US, but they own Van Rysel, the team Decathlon, the Tour de France. They're riding these bikes, not this one exactly. This is kind of their entry-level road bike, but they are doing great deals. This Van Rysel is the RCR Pro. Look at this. It's a full carbon road bike, very aero, super light. They come with these Swiss side carbon wheels that is partnered with DT Swiss. So Swiss side is focused on the aerodynamics, and they use DT Swiss hubs and parts. And so it's a pretty cool wheel set with 105 Di2 with power meter. This bike is going for $5K on their website as of now. So they're doing some pretty good deals. You can order this same bike also with SRAM Rival. And if you order with the SRAM Rival, they will come with the zip wheels. So pretty crazy deals, pretty nice event Rival. I think this bike would be great if you're like, you know, you had a road bike for a time, there's maybe still rim brakes or mechanical, and you're at the time you want to go now to maybe electronic shifters, some carbon wheels, some disc brakes, and you don't want to spend too much. Ben Rizel maybe is an option. They're making really nice bikes. So what you do is you remove the cap from your stem and you screw the adapter, the Abbey tool, with the hanger alignment, and then you can use the hanger alignment to see if the hoods are aligned, and this one is very off. Look how lower the right hood is compared with the left hood. So we're gonna have to fix that. Really off. So we're gonna fix that. So pretty cool tool to have, saves a lot of time and a lot of guessing. Okay, the tool of the year for me is this one, Dino Plug. I don't know if you ever heard about them. I heard about them a couple months ago. We were out on a ride. We had one of the guys that had a tubeless tire, had a puncture, and one of the guys pulled one of these. Looks like a pen, and it's a plug that's super easy to use, super effective, and it's so good I said we gotta have this in the shop. So how it works, it has this little breast point here, and so it's a soft point so it won't damage your carbon wheel, and you insert it into the hole, into the puncture, and it will come out. You pull it out and it will plug the hole. So it works super well, super easy to plug the tire, and it's made in the US. So this one comes like with two, so you can carry in your saddlebag and you have two plugs, or you can always carry some extra plugs like this one, and it works amazingly. It will solve many people's problems with tubeless tires, and because I find that some of plugs, they just open up the hole even more, and then it damages the tire. So many times it won't seal, the sealant won't do the work, and even if you plug it, it doesn't fix the hole, fix the puncture. But this one will fix. Of course, if it's a big cut, it won't, but most of the flats is because of a nail or something puncturing, and this will solve your puncture, and it will last for the life of the tire. So with time, the little rubber part will rub off. You can leave it there, it's fixed, and it works great. So you want to check them out. We got a few for the shop, tool that I'll definitely have in my saddlebag. Let me get back here to the bike lift that I really wanted to show you guys. This is from Remco Tools. So they make these lifts so you can electronically lift up the bike. So if you have a bike that's pretty heavy, or we get here sometimes some e-bikes, and it takes a tool on our back, so we can just press this and it will go up. Or you can have 3 memory settings. So like this is halfway, I put 2 halfway, and it will easily lift. It can lift up to 100 pounds. So this e-bike is nothing for it. You can go all the way up and then work on the bike. Really cool. And you can order just the lift and install your own clamp. They sell it with the clamp, but since we had a Park Tool clamp, it is compatible. Works just fine. All the way down. Super easy, silent, very efficient. And I was looking into having a lift that could go up and down without us having to hurt our backs all the time. I even look into a Park Tool one, but they're pretty bulky and very expensive. This is pretty reasonable, maybe too much for a home mechanic, but if you have a heavy bike or any back problems, this is a great solution. Also, if you own a bike shop, I don't know if there's anyone that watches my videos and owns a shop, this is a great stand to have. I'll probably in the future upgrade the other one that I have over there, but this is great, guys. Remco Tools. I'll probably review it again in a couple months just to see how it's going, but very excited for this bike lift in the shop. So these are the tools I wanted to share with you guys. I do get a couple people coming in and they're looking for a tool. They have questions about tools. So these are some of the tools I wanted to share with you, and I think they're interesting, and I think you guys would think it was interesting to have these tools. Some common ones, some if you're a new cyclist, things that are very common, very important, that are a good multi-tool, something to inflate your tire. If you have a tubeless, a plug that will help you a lot, spare tube, saddlebag, that kind of stuff, and also some tools that we're using here in the shop that I think that would be interesting sharing with you guys. So I like doing these videos here at the shop, share a little bit what we do, what we have. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know if there's any tools you would like me to share or I should have shared here in the video. Let me know in the comments. But for now, guys, I'll see you on our next ride experience. Ciao.